or Monday. What's important to know is that, as I said before, your budget is going to be $25. This does not include capital. So, for example, what that means is if you're making brownies, you don't have to include the oven, the cost of the oven, or the cost of heating it. Okay? You don't have to pay for the pan, things like that. So I'm going to go through an example with you. This is just a made-up example. Okay? So I'm going over this with you. What we're going to do in class is we'll finish up artifact A, but I want you to understand artifact B because you need to think through this a little in some detail. So let's pretend for business day I'm making brownies. As you can see here, I have 4 ingredients for brownies. Okay? I also have the price of them. So I had to look them up. This is not hypothetical. I went to Giant. Let's pretend I went to Giant, and I looked up these prices. And then I have to put the quantity or the number needed. Okay? Now again, my total budget is $25, but I could spend like $50. But then if I only use half of it, I would still keep within the budget. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you're only paying for what you actually use. You're only paying for what you actually use. Now, and I'm saying this to all classes, if for whatever reason you have this great idea and it costs $25, yet you don't have the ability to, or have $25, talk to me individually and I'll make sure that you can get what you need. Okay, so I'm saying that to all classes. Okay? Alright.
Can you buy it on Amazon?
You can buy on Amazon, yep.
Like if we have something at home, like already, like let's say we're doing a game, and if we have something for the game, would we have to include the cost of that?
Yes. So if you have something, let's say you already have the brownie mix at home. You actually need to research, you need to either go to the store, find it online, and you need to find the price. And then you're going to need to bring that in. Okay? So whatever you have, you need to verify, even if you have the product already. Okay? You need to actually either take pictures in Giant or wherever you get the food and bring them in on your phone or whatever, or keep your receipt, a hard copy, or if it's on Amazon, just print it out. Okay?
You can also get Giant prices online.
Yep, you can get Giant prices Peapod, right? Yeah. So you could use that as well. Just print that out or somehow show me that.
So our stuff would have to last from May 16th to June 9th?
Not necessarily. So I could, if I already have this stuff, for example, this stuff should, except for eggs, it should remain fine. Again, you don't have to buy it by May 16th if you're worried it's going to be perishable, meaning it's going to go bad. You just have to go to Harris Teeter or Giant or wherever you're going to get it from and find out the prices and do the budget. And then you can buy it a couple days before business day. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, when is business day?
Business day is June 9th. Okay? Rachel.
Are you allowed to not kind of go around and ask for like donations from the product?
Nope.
Okay.
You need to buy it. You need to purchase it. We're going to pretend.
Every like newspaper that you just
buy it from.
So the newspaper is fine. If it's the Washington Post, your parents have to pay for it. If it's like the Foster's News Press, that's free. Anybody can get it for free. We have copies here at school. You can use that. That'd be fine. That's free. Okay? Evan.
Do you buy it from someone else, like not at an expensive price though? Like not someone in your group, but just some other person? Could you buy it from them?
Like someone in this class?
No, like in the school, but like a different class.
Still go back to the original price. We want to see how much it would really be. If you guys have specific questions about it, you can let me know. But you don't have to pay for it. If you bought a basketball hoop that was like $30, we can figure it out like what it would be to rent it or maybe just pay for the basketball. You don't have to pay. Obviously, that would kill your budget, right?
Yeah, because that's what we have for a claw machine, and that would just
we have like
So you need to find the original price, and then I can help you figure out like, oh, if you rent it for a day, this is how much it would be.
So for June 9th, should we bring in, if our stuff would be hard to transport to school, should we just bring our stuff in and then make it at school?
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yep. We'll plan that out more. Okay, guys, really quickly. Yep.
So if I took a cardboard box that I got for like somebody ordered something on Amazon and used that for my product,
That's fine.
so that would be free.
Yeah.
Okay, what if you go to a store like those stores, like the clock tower, where they get donations
That's fine.
from people?
You still have to buy it, but it's,
I know,
yeah,
but-
cheaper price. Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, does this make sense so far? So, what I did was I just added up the costs. This is what you're going to have to do for your products as well. So, although I spent $7, really in my budget I only spent $5 because I didn't use all my products, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Questions there? You're going to do that for product 2 and product 3 if you have it. You do have $25 in your budget. Okay? Now, on the next page, I'm just walking you through this so you can start thinking about it. This is all about planning. Some things to keep in mind with your food. No nuts, no tree nuts of any sort, specifically peanuts and anything. No almonds, no walnuts, cashews, anything like that.
If nobody
Okay,
knows.
excuse me. Do not do that. You have to exclude them. Okay? There's too many people with allergies with that, so do not include them. Okay? Before business day, we'll actually have you post the ingredients as well so people can know as well. You may want to even throw in like a gluten-free option if you feel savvy enough to do it, if you feel like you understand how to do that. Just because
Oh, I know.
some people may be gluten-free as well. Probably not a lot, but maybe 1 or 2 people. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, for Artifact B, you're also going to have to write down your materials. Okay? You're going to have to list the materials. If you have a partner, you need to say who's responsible. Okay? So, again, we'll do this in about a week or 2, but I want you to think through. This is to help you think, plan ahead. Now, the one thing you cannot bring in for materials, you can bring in a cooler to keep things cool. You will have access to a microwave if you need it. Okay? You cannot bring in a knife. Okay, so let me go through that. You can bring in a plastic knife, but there's no knives. Okay? What if you need to use a knife, there's a few ways to get around it. You can pre-cut it before business day. Okay? You can use like a spatula if it's like a brownie, right? You don't need a knife for that. You can use a spatula. If for some reason you need a knife, you're gonna tell me ahead of time, and whoever teacher you're with will have access to a knife, and they will either cut it or supervise you cutting it. Okay? Does that make sense? So that excludes any issue with people bringing in like a butter knife or any type of knife. So 2 things you can't bring in. We're gonna go over it. Anything with like tree nuts, like peanut butter, okay, and no knives.
How about coconut?
That's a nut.
No, it's a fruit.
No, that should be fine, but you're gonna put it in as okay, yeah.
Could you bring in a plastic butter knife?
Yeah. Plastic's fine, guys. Yep.
Like would like the spatula or the spoons,
That's
those cost as
no, that's capital. Yep.
that is like dental costs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do that. That was a creative idea. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's the rubric. We're not going to talk through it yet. We'll get to it once you start working on it. Again, this is to help you plan out and think through what you need to start thinking about for Artifact B. On this side, you're going to write down your total expenses. It says the students will have $10. We actually upped it to $12. Okay? So they're going to have $12. Now you're going to put down your expenses here in total. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you're also going to put down your example of estimated profit. Do you think businesses estimate how much profit they're going to make?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that on Shark Tank.
Yep. So you guys need to do that as
You
well.
don't have to do shit.
So in Artifact B, we will be doing that as well. And then after business day, ladies and gentlemen,
You don't have to do shit.
after the project, when students come, so let me walk you through business day for just another minute.
Making our own
Okay.
game.
When they come in, 5th graders are going to buy from you.
Yay.
You're going to sell them materials. And then what you're going to do is once they leave, after about 25 minutes, you're going to have the opportunity to buy from each other.
Oh.
Okay? So that's why you want to keep the money. You can buy from each other. Possibly, depending on the time, we may buy from another class as well.
Yay.
We'll see though. Okay, so at least you can buy from each other in here. Okay? That won't count as your profit. Your revenue will only count as what 5th graders used. Okay? 5th graders and teachers during that 25-minute block.
Oh, teachers can buy.
Teachers can buy. Yep.
Is it gonna be like a real money?
No, Dipple dollars.
But will they be like
Oh,
a
that's
real
Yeah, it's equivalent to like a real dollar.
I'm helping
Do we get to like
No, it's not
8
cash.
hours stuff
No,
to make
it's
if we
not.
spend enough luck? Like offers?
I mean, you know, stuff. You can also make if there is.
Okay, Philip.
That's
Okay. If we're doing like a partial casino thing, then do we start out with money?